All right, you guys, here we are. We are refreshed, renewed, we have reset, we are refocused, and we are recommitting after an incredible leadership conference that I didn't see most of you at. How come you weren't with us? We really missed you in Hawaii, like really, really bad. We got to do so many things. We got to brainstorm and go one-on-one with Rory and Tanya for a week. Y'all, that right there is priceless because you don't know what all training you're going to get when they open their mouth. You just have notebook and pens ready to write everything down. And so with that, Rory, you are here. Are you in Utah or are you still in Hawaii?
Oh, us Rickards are just working from Waikiki. You know, we can do that. So we stuck here for a bit. We're here to the end of the month.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've been doing what we all do, right? I've been working all day. The hours here are the best though. Because, you know, you wake up like 5 or 6, get going. By 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, we're on these calls. By 4 o'clock, everybody else is going to bed. And then you have the rest of the evening to be in beautiful Waikiki. So we've been enjoying it. That being said, though, I'm glad you brought us some stuff there, Stacy. We made some changes. I'm going to go ahead and just cover those lightly, and I'm going to go right in this presentation for those that are new. Welcome here, first comers. I see a lot of new names and faces here, which is great. This is our opportunity call. We have like the best product in the world to represent and partake of, and that's fine wines. I've got, I can tell our trip's weaning down because we're almost out of wine. We try to plan accordingly, at least a bottle a day, and we got about a bottle a day left. So as a knock off the counter here, I know we're getting ready to go back to Utah, where we got plenty of wine waiting. So this opportunity is freaking incredible, but it's a passion business for Tanya and I and the partners here. It's something that we've devoted to grow into an amazing level. We got all sorts of global expansion happening. We're breaking through barriers to get things done, but we're taking fine wines from Napa and Sonoma Valley and sharing them with the world, but not through the traditional way, through a disruption way, directly to the homes, and therefore eliminating a lot of markups that don't need to be there. We're getting, you know, costs down. You know, it's about being efficient and doing the right business. And so we rely on word of mouth. We rely on our ambassadors to build the business, and we can compensate them really well because that is our markup. Our only markup is from is in our marketing costs, and marketing is part of all business. And so our marketing is all with our ambassadors and our customer referrals. So when I go over the comp plan and you see how rich it is, that's why it can be that rich. So I was on the phone today. It's a great example. With our warehouse manager, where our wines are being kept, and going over the releases of the wines and the bottling and everything that's there, because we got a great lineup coming out in July. And just checking on the bottling and the labels and stuff that we do, and new vintages and getting through the process. And that's what we do. So we have our own wines being made. They're commissioned by winemakers. So we hired the best winemakers to make our wine. They're second, third generational winemakers, and they make the wine for us, right? It's a great partnership because we know how to market it. The wine fits our profile. We want true fine wines. That means we're not doing conglomerate wines, which means we're not speeding the process up, adding additives to trick you, to make it taste like wine that was made the right way. No, our wines are made 2, 3, 4 years, or however long it takes to make the wine. It's made the right way. That way, the sulfites are naturally occurring sulfites. Don't give you headaches. Your body can assimilate those. Sulfites are a necessary preservative and one that naturally occurs during the fermentation process when wine's made the right way. When wine's made the cheap way, the way that the wines are made and the wines you get at the store today, they have to add artificial sulfites because they don't ferment, they don't do the proper process. So they add additives and flavorings to give you the trick taste that it's a wine, but it really isn't a proper wine. And those additives aren't good for you. They take the health benefits and destroy it. And it's something they just do for greed. They do it with honey, they do it with all sorts of other food products. But we are part of the 15% of boutique wineries that are out there, and we do an amazing model. We are a disruptor. We do things differently. No one is like us. So there are, we are a wine of the month club. We're not selling wine. And because of that, we have a different structure and a different way we work with you as our partners. And that's what I want to get into today. So we get these incredible wines created. They're in our warehouse. They go from our manufacturing warehouse, if you will, where they're sitting in barrels and then they get bottled. They go around the corner to our shipping warehouse. And that's where they're once they're bottled, they're in there. And they don't stay there long. We ship out new wines every month, and people get their new favorites and they order custom orders and they buy up what's left, and we're on to the next wine. We're releasing 28 varietals a year. That's a fun pace to be at. We get new wines, new fine wines all the time, boutique, so that we're making them and we're getting, and they're selling out really fast, and we get the new ones coming, and we just have a really good rotation, and the winemakers are busy and making money, and we're delivering and making people happy and creating incomes for a lot of families. And there's no middleman, right? There's no middleman. It goes from our manufacturing to shipping to your door. And then all the commissions and marketing goes to the field as ambassadors. There's no distribution points and regional distribution points. We eliminated a minimum of 5 other markups that every other wine company has out there. We got rid of them. It's brilliant, okay? And by doing that, the opportunity is amazing for everybody here. So what we get to do, and I'm going to speak, on Tanya, myself, my wife, we get to pour into you as business entrepreneurs and share this amazing experience with you. And from our family to yours, we own lead generation companies. We actually create leads. We actually know how to do it very well. And we create leads that you can build into your business here with us and Wine Ambassadors Partners. We fund you. It's our philanthropy. We give you training on how to utilize that. And the person that brought you here knows all about that and can get you involved. We also pour into training and leadership training to help build teams and build up the organization that we have to distribute the message of the wine and the stories of the wines to the world. And that's what we're about here. And so I'm going to show you how you guys get paid. It's extremely lucrative, but we do training and leaderships. And we Stacy brought up a point. Everybody here should be there. And we got to a point where we realized, we're training our top guys. We want to train everybody and get this leadership going in a bigger way and helping people get to those next levels. So starting next year at our wine event that's in Napa, we're going to be doing leadership there and opening up for everybody to come out. Everybody that's a Grand Cru and above. So get to Grand Cru. And that's basically being a proper ambassador, understanding our normal wines and that next level wine. And it's a fairly easy entry. You'll see how that works. But that's going to be a fun event. You'll see a lot of information about it, like we did last year. It's for Grand Crus only. I'm going to talk about that when I pull up the compensation model. It's like what you would see in Hollywood movies. We have our own vineyard. It's a beautiful drive-in. It's aligned with trees, and we put these beautiful tables up there and centerpieces. Right? It's awesome dinnerware and glasses, obviously, for fine wine. We have this amazing company come and cater incredible Napa foods. And we pair that with the winning wine label of the year. And that's what we're doing for the next few years while that option goes, I guess 2 more years. But our top leader, and that's by group volume, personal volume, and overall participation in what we do here. Each year, we give one of those, we give the next top person a label. That is their label. That's every time we roll out that vintage is theirs. So this year, it's literally at the end of the period. We can go to the end of June, and we'll be running the numbers and knowing who that is, and that label will be created and released for us in time for the reveal. The reveal will happen there in Labor Day, and we will have the food pairing match the winning wine. So we're going to have an amazing experience and event, a taste event there that everybody has in our vineyards. And then It's going to be amazing. It's an amazing single day event. But the following year, so 2023, we're opening up the leadership to be the combined during that time so that we can get more people there. You know, we get hundreds to our event. We want to train hundreds in the leadership option and growth options here that we have. This opportunity is something that's, you know, it's a big deal. And we know it. So I'm going to show the compensation plan, cover a couple more points. But as far as like opportunities, you know, again, we're not selling wine, we're selling access to the wine of the month, get these incredible wines at an amazing value. You know, they're literally going to get 4 bottles for $100 a month. These bottles are worth easily $80 to $120 retail, sold the normal way. We are a disruptor. We're not selling through normal distribution channels. You can't get our wines through wine stores. You can't get them. You can get them in restaurants that carry our wines, and they get them the same way you do through a wine ambassador, through our one program. So as I talk to more and more restaurants and we go over the release of that, it all has to go through the compensation structure that's here, and it has to go through a wine ambassador. Even through the company, we don't take any direct. Anything that comes from our corporate advertising is redirected to active Grand Cru members, and that's something that's really fun to go through. We'll do some more training on that here soon. Our SEO is doing really good, and you know, we're getting more and more exposure. And this is a long-term business. Wine doesn't go anywhere, right? It's been around for over 7,000 years, and the proper wines are becoming rare. Just because the conglomerates are buying them up, and they know people want to buy wine, so they're cheapening the process up. And the real wines are becoming more and more rare. And that's a really good place to be for us, because education is everything. And once people really know what they're putting in their body and they can get the value they can get through us, no one else is doing this. So let me point out a couple of things about Wine of the Month clubs. There's 3 types. The first type is original type. That's where you go to a winery, you follow up with their wines, you get on their mailing list, you also get on their preferred list. You agree to get their wines every quarter, every 6 months, every year, depending on the winery. That's the Wine of the Month club with them. That's where it started. As more states allowed wines to be shipped from anywhere into their states, and they got more compliant with that, and you know, and the taxes all got set up and everything, we now can ship into about 46 states. So we jumped on with that. Excuse me. We jumped on with that, and we get it delivered. But the second type of wine club also saw that opportunity, but they took it upon themselves to get rid of discounted wines, closeout wines, overran wines. So they're literally discount wines through a wine club. So people think they're getting a great deal, and they're getting wines that no one else wanted to buy. They're getting wines that were overran, that are just sitting on a shelf. They're getting wines that are probably about to turn to vinegar. We've seen that. We've experienced it. And that's what people see when they see Wine of the Month clubs advertised. And then there's Wine Ambassador, proper fine wines. Nobody does it like us. There's not a single wine club that's gone out there, put the inventory in motion, put the vintages in motion to do what we're doing. We're one of a kind, disrupted it. So when it comes to Wine of the Month clubs, we are the best, because we are sending true fine wines out there at an amazing value. Now, if you go get wines from a winery, that's a great way to go, because you fall in love with the wines of that boutique winery. And until they're bought from a conglomerate, you're going to get amazing wines, and you're going to pay for them. You're going to pay pretty much retail price, $80, $100, $200 a bottle for those wines. And that only reaches a certain audience. Not everybody sees the value of that or can afford that in their budget. But $25 bottles, that's the budget. And we were able to get our wines down to that because we got rid of all the markups and created an incredible marketing plan around it. Let's go to that. So I'm going to share our screen. We got 3 ways to get started. One is just become a wine customer. I tell everybody how great these wines are, and they are amazing. And they do speak for themselves once you get them and once you taste those, right? You're not going to get the headaches. You're going to have amazing flavors. You're going to get the flavonoids. You're going to understand you're going to learn about it. It's a discovery program. You're going to learn about wine and what makes different wines different. Then we have our estate reserve Grand Cru levels of our ambassadors. These are our business partners. And it doesn't matter what level you come in at, you have full access to the compensation plan. The difference is what you get as far as a discount on additional cases. So our ambassadors get a discount, and we really like them getting free wine. We want them to get access to our wines and have the perks of being a marketing partner. So based on your level of ambassador, you get additional discounts. Grand Crus share in our corporate marketing. They also get perks at our events. They get a special black card. It says Wine Snob on it. It's pretty cool. And then we have our third option, which is for people that live in non-ship states or non-ship countries where we're still growing. They want to be part of the marketing. They can participate in our Grapevine Powerline system. This is an incredible system. We just released Grapevine 3.0. We'll be doing lots of trainings on that on the upcoming Saturday trainings that we do. And this is a way for us to market to the leads that we're providing for you, or leads you create yourself, that shares our story and gets people involved through ascension marketing, and also inviting them to our calls and to understand about it. You know, there's three types of wine drinkers out there. There's some that drink a little bit of wine, don't know much about it. They're great to talk to and educate. Then you got some that are drinking the store-bought wines. They don't know the difference between a fine wine and the store-bought wine, right? It's an education thing. And we work a lot with that, right? We have a lot of new drinkers that come through, that people that didn't understand what wine really was. And that makes a lot of sense in the US because Prohibition eliminated 2 generations of wine drinkers. So we've had we're part of that regrowth of that culture. The third type of wine drinker are the connoisseurs. They've been drinking wine their whole life. They were raised in wine. They have a taste for wine, and they're going to love our wines, and they're not going to believe the value because you can't compare it with anything else. We have the best benefit and value out there. We made sure of it. We did it from the top down, right? So for that being said, we got the Estate, Reserve, and Grand Cru. You can come in at any level and upgrade. Pretty much the way it's set up is based on the levels of people with wine. Those that are connoisseurs, they'll see the value and come right in at Grand Cru. It happens all the time. And then those that are learning, you can start with the Estate. You get 1 case of incredible wine. By the time you get through that case, you're going to want another case. So you can upgrade to Reserve. And then once you've had 2 cases, you're going to be going, oh my gosh, if these are that good, I wonder what that Grand Cru is like. And then you're going to be able to find out. And it's just a tiered system, right? You pay the difference, get the difference. So you come in for $300, get a case. Pay an additional $300 to get another case. Pay an additional $600 and become a Grand Cru. And you worked all the way through there, and you've experienced the wines and had time to familiarize and get your taste to adjust to these true fine wines. It was designed on purpose, and it works very well like that. And then Grand Crus are able to go to our events that we do every Labor Day. And this is where we have an amazing celebration and our awards and everything. And we do it in our own vineyards. It's like I said, it's Hollywood style. And you'll see some videos of the one we did last year. This year is going to be incredible. We're going to go into the night. We're going to light up the vineyards with these big stadium lights for the harvest, so that we can just be in the cool of the summer versus the heat of the day, and we can enjoy it. And there's something to be said for what this is, because being in the vineyard, being in your own vineyard, these are our vineyards, and being able to celebrate what we're doing. I mean, it's so romantic, and so it's something you can't put words on. I can't anyway, other than it's just awesome, right? And I've been able to do it every time we go out there. We go sit in our vineyards and we break open a bottle and talk about where we are. And it's just, there's a power to that. And when you log into your back office, you can see the vineyards 24/7. We did that first as fast as we could, is put that up. It's a really fun thing. So going forward with everything, I'm going to go over the comp plan, but you can become an estate member and then upgrade, or you can come all the way in as a Grand Cru or come in at Reserve and upgrade whenever you want. But the goal is to get you to be a Grand Cru and have that understanding and the knowledge so that you can represent as we bring customers in from our global marketing that we do. And we're expanding, we're building stuff up there. I got lots to bring out in the next quarter here as we expand Europe even more. And, it's just an awesome product to represent, but it's every wine has a story, and our wines are incredible and growing in the stories because we've been making them as a company collective. So there's 5 ways to get paid. First, to start off, we want everybody to get free wine. We rely on customers and referrals, and customers can refer, and get the free wine just like members can. So ambassadors and customers alike, you refer people in, and when they order wine, it accumulates orders. You get rewarded in a credit to get free wine. So if you refer just one customer that orders every month, every 3 months, you're going to get a credit for free wine. So, and then if you have 2 that are ordering every month, you're going to get credit 2 out of 3 months, you're going to get free wine. And if you have 3 or more ordering every month, you're going to get free wine every month. And this is an awesome process, but it's, you know, it's not have three, it's done the right way. If you have one person that orders every other month, eventually you'll have 3 cumulative orders, you're going to get credit. Every new customer you bring in is worth upwards of $400 a year to you for the first 3. So $1,200 a year. We make it very lucrative to refer it because we live on referrals. That's what we gambled on, right? We said, we know our wines are that great. We're going to build this product where people are going to refer it, and we're going to pay out a lot for the referrals and build a business model around it to bring ambassadors in, whether they're part-time, full-time, career-bound, or they want those incredible lifestyle changing incomes. We have all that here. So I'm going to go down to the rest of what you get paid before I break it down. It's based on your rank achievement. You can get upwards of 22% in the binary percentage. I'm going to do this in reverse order of what I usually do. This business is about building customers and building other partners. So the more ambassadors you have in your business, the better that is. The more customers that you bring in and they bring in, the better it is. And the only requirement that has something to be wary of is we build a 2-team process, a left team and a right team. I'm going to cover it again, but you need to have at least 30% of that volume in one leg and no more than 70% in the other leg. Now you can have more volume, you get paid on all of it, but for your rank achievement, and whatever that is, it's based on a 70-30 minimum split on those volume requirements for that rank. And that gives you your percentage up to 22%, which gets very lucrative, and our check match. I want to back up down here for a second on how we get paid. On the customers, you get free wine. And then on your 4th customer forward, you get a bonus of $20 when they sign up. And then on ambassadors and customers, when they order every month, every time they order, you get $10 a month. And that is our acquisition bonus. And we paid on our ambassadors because they're ordering wine as well as customers. And that alone builds up a nice, income. We have people that have 100, 200, 300 customers. That's $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 a month based on those customers, right? Just in that payment system. Then we have our wine starter kit. So when you bring on a new ambassador and they come in at 300, 600, or 1,200, as a company, we know that acquisition costs are real and it costs money to bring a customer on. And usually you lose money to bring them on because you do it the proper way. And we understand that as professional marketers. So we go in with you. The company shares that with you. They're going to get an amazing bottle, amazing case of wine for $300, which is our lowest. That's our Grand Cru pricing. They're going to get it for $300. And obviously we're going to lose money because we're going to pay you half of that as a commission. You're going to get $150, and we put volume into the comp plan. So we literally go in with you and as a loss margin to bring on somebody, we make it very exceptional for them to come in. We don't charge a bigger fee to become part of the operation. We give them the best price possible as a Grand Cru to become part of what we do here, to be an ambassador. We know that people that understand our wines are going to be better representatives of our wines. It is a wine business. It's a professional, profile that we're looking for. We want the right people to come in, and we know it takes the right time to bring the right person in. They got to come to events. They got to come to these trainings we do and these opportunity messages to understand what they're getting involved in with their time and their energy. And we know it doesn't just happen in a quick 5-minute call. So we want to make it worth your while. So everybody that comes in as an ambassador is worth upwards of $600 to you in this method. Because if they come in for $300, you can get $150. And when they upgrade, you get half of the upgrade. You get 50%, all the way up to Grand Cru, upwards of $600. The next part is the binary. And remember, we have a left team and a right team. And the person that's bringing you in is going to put you on one of those teams. And if they're building that team with you, that's your power team. And then you're going to be able to take leads and learn how to build the other side. And as you balance out the both sides, you're going to get paid up to 22% of that every week. And what happens is Wednesday night, Wine Wednesday, at midnight Eastern, the computer takes a snapshot, and whatever leg that you're qualified for, so as long as you're qualified, up to 22% of the volume of the lesser leg is going to be paid to you the following Friday. And that's every week. And then there's a check match. So as you bring on ambassadors and help them build their binaries, the personal ambassadors you brought in, you get a check match of up to 50% of what they receive in their binary. It doesn't come from their pay. It's a bonus on top of. And that's how we get paid. So the more people we add, the more people we help grow their teams, the more we get compensated here. And we're here to teach you leadership, to bring lots of people in, show you how to grow, how to build on the internet, and how to grow your base of customers and ambassadors, and sharing this incredible foundational business of wine. So I went at it a little bit different approach. We're seeing some amazing things coming in the future. We've got wines being made 5 years in the future already. and we're excited for every new release. July is going to be an awesome release. I'm going to put out a hint. The next Freedom Chardonnay is being released next month for July. That's one hint I put out there. I got confirmation it'll be bottled here soon. And that's a very popular one we like. And then there's some incredible wines being released, including a new vintage of one of our favorites. And two of our favorites in July, new vintages, which means wines are going to taste different. Proper wines taste differently when they're released the next year. They shouldn't taste the same. If they taste the same, that's made to a recipe that's controlled by additives. There is no way to make the same wine 2 years in a row with the way minerals are released, the way that the rainfall is different every year. So your wine should be different year to year. It should be, or it's not right. It's that simple. And our wines are going to be awesome to taste. So you're going to be able, those of you that have the previous vintages, well, you'll be able to do a linear taste where you taste the 1 year and you taste the next year, and you're going to get differences, even though they're the same winemaker, same wine, same grapes in the same areas. They just taste different. And it's a lot of fun. So want to put that out there. Also, we're going to be really increasing our trainings that we do in these events because we see where we're going in the future, and we want to help you guys build whatever you want to build to. When you have a foundational product like wine, and our customers get wine every month, they like it. You can't beat the value, and that's what we get to do is share wine with the world. Keep it simple, and we have ways to do that. And we'll see you on the trains where we can teach you how to do more and more of that. So get the person that brought you here and get into the trainings, and please take advantage of the leads that Tanya and I from our lead company, from our family to yours, provide to you, and learn what that's about, and challenge yourself to learn more about what this marketing is, right? We have an amazing training on how to market, and we teach you guys how to do all that. We just want to share with you guys and give you guys, that's what Tanya and I want to do, is make sure that we can teach you guys how to be part of this marketing world and create that extra income you want, but also be part of this fun wine world. God bless. See you guys on the Wine Wednesday, which is every Wednesday, the same channel, half hour earlier. We cook foods, pair them with our wines, appetizers, main course, salads, desserts. It's a lot of fun. It goes by quick. It's about 40 minutes. And bring your food. Have dinner with us. And that's Wednesdays. And then Saturdays, we do a training at 9 a.m. Pacific, 10 Mountain, 11 Central, and noon Eastern on the same channel. We do a training for an hour on how to market wine. So we'll see you there as well. All right. God bless everyone, and see you guys obviously next Monday too. Bye for now.